Hi, my name is Alejandro Munoz, and today I'm going to be reading The Man in the Fence by me for Heritage Day. Hello, my name is Saba Ross. It's 1777, and I work on a farm with my grandpa. I love it. Every day, I milk the cows, play with the pigs, and scare the sheep. I even have a dog named Charles. He is the best. But sometimes, my farm can be scary. My grandpa says that we need to be careful about the man in the fence. He's big and hairy, and he grunts in a funny language, almost as if he's speaking to the dog. Grandpa says if I go near him, I will get eaten. But the man in the fence is nice. I give him bread, milk, eggs, and I let him play with my dog. He's not a monster. He won't eat me. One day, he decided to speak to me. "Hello, child. My name is Hendrik Rodmore," he said with a big smile. But Grandpa saw us. He told me to go inside and he slapped Hendrik. Hendrik looked sad. No longer was he the happy man he was, and he went back to mumbling in his language. I told Grandpa he was nice, but he said, "No, Sabra, you cannot talk to the man." "His name is Hendrik," I mumbled. "You know his name?" He shouted in a rage. He ran off, his fist curled, his arm pulled back. He punched Hendrik right in the face. Hendrik cried that night. Large diamond pearls spilled from his eyes. He sobbed and sobbed. I don't know why Grandpa is so mean. He just is. Soon, Hendrik and I made a plan. We were to meet at night and we talked. We talked about all sorts of things. We talked about war, money, guns, family, and even food. He seemed just so happy to talk. He cried more. But this was different. It was special. If Grandpa were ever to find us, Hendrik would no longer be allowed to live here, and he will be set up for sale, which is what my grandpa said. I don't want that. The next few weeks were just the same. My grandpa made Hendrik work, little food, water, affection. I wasn't allowed to talk to him, but one night it all changed. He escaped. I saw him, dead midnight, swift and silent as a mouse. He ran off with items 3, an axe, a saw, and some rope. It was snowy that morning, small white flakes, cold, pretty. It was relaxing and sound. The pigs, cows, sheep in the barn, my dog safe in the house, but Hendrik still hadn't come home yet. My grandpa usually wakes up 2 hours from now, and I don't know what will happen to Hendrik. Suddenly, I saw a faded figure in the shroud of snow. "Hendrik!" I exclaimed out loud. I ran to give him a big hug for coming back. But he wasn't just out for a walk. A tree? What would he be doing with the tree? I wondered to myself. I slowed down. I looked at him with a confused face. He said, "This is something special, child. Something magical in all of its glory. It's Christmas." Christmas? I think I've heard about this before. It was a celebration the Germans did to honor the birth of Jesus Christ, I said to Hendrik. "Yes, child. This is our Christmas together." We grabbed the tree and dragged it to the small shed that was called Hendrik's home. Hendrik told me to sit and close my eyes. The darkness, it was calming. The smell of wax, berries, snow, and the evergreen filled the room. I wonder what he could be doing. He told me to open my eyes. I see the most beautiful thing that has ever been seen. The tree, decorated, strings of popcorn and berries, wood carvings, figures of paper and cloth. The mood was set. The white snow setting on the window, the soft candle glow, the beautiful sunrise beaming through, the tree in all of its glory. And at that point I knew for sure it was Christmas. Suddenly, with blind rage, my grandpa stormed in, his face red, his sleeves pulled up, his eyes set on vengeance. He was a beast, until he saw me, the tree, and Hendrik sitting there with a large grin on his face, almost as he was saying welcome. Grandpa put his hands down, his face turned back to a nice peachy color, and he too smiled, for he had never witnessed something wonderful before in his long life. Tears rolled down his eyes as Hendrik got up and handed him some nuts and berries he collected from the forest. With trembling hands, Grandpa received the food. "Thank you," he said, and we all laughed. Later that day, Hendrik introduced us to the idea of Christmas trees. He explained how it was a sign of hope, continuity, and life. We ate, danced, sang, and had fun. Hendrik even taught us carols, and how to make wood carvings. But this was the first time I'm going to see my grandfather so happy. This really was a Christmas miracle. My Christmas miracle. Our Christmas miracle. So no longer Hendrik was the man in the fence. He was the man in our hearts, and it would stay that way forever. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.